Hello everybody. In this video, we are going to fix a configuration issue, well actually a security issue that we have in the login page. So something that I did, and I was thinking probably was not that big of a deal, but after thinking truthfully, that's why I'm making this particular video. And let me show you what I'm talking about. As you can see, we are having the login page, the one that we just created, using Firebase and Firebase UI. We can click the account, we can select it, and we can actually log into the application, and I can see the private page. So everything is working as expected. And we push everything to GitHub. The issue with pushing this information to GitHub is that actually, and let me look for my login. There you go. We expose our Firebase configuration. And this Firebase configuration needs to be hidden. Everything that is a secret, or a password, or API key, or something like that, API key, sorry, that kind of information needs to be hidden for the rest of the world, and we need to handle in a lot better way. So this is actually a really bad practice, and I want to correct that. So let's get started. So I have my application already open. I will go to my Firebase configuration. The things that I'm going to do, I will copy pretty much everything that is inside my Firebase config. Just copy that content. I will leave it like that for now. I will create a new element, and that element is going to be called .env.local. And that by default is going to be your environmental file. That environmental file is where we can define like specific properties of different variables that is going to be known in our environment. Our environment is going to be our view application that is not going to be exposed in our code. So as you can see, I have my env local right now, and that one actually should be outside the helper. So let me just drag it over here. Perfect. That should be in with the rest of the files, where we have the gitignore and the slint. Everything should be there. Also, we have the name local in there at the end. You will see that it's graded out. That means that this particular environmental file is not being sent into our repository. So we can actually just paste all this over here. And what I want to do is something that actually how view works. Everything needs to be view underscore app underscore the name that you need to define. With that, keep in mind, now we can actually specify the different variables that we need to have in our application. There is something extra that instead of doing a colon, it should be an equal, and instead of doing a single quote, let's actually do a double quote, and let's save it. So we have exactly the same information that we had before in a variable equal something value, and that bit rendered or bit saved in our application through these different environmental variables that we created. In order to use those variables, we can actually, let me save this, and let me copy this over, and let's go back to our Firebase helper. So what we need actually to do, I don't know if it's going to work, let me try it. Let me see. There you go. And we need to actually enter to the process.env dot the name that we created. So we just put in a simple process.env and the name of the environment variable. we should be able to access to that particular value. There's something extra here in particular that I need to have the comma at the end. Perfect. There's something extra that we need to consider here is that this will only work getting that information for the environmental local. So to access those variables, we need to get the process environmental object and get those variables from there. And in order to have the variables available, let me open this one. The variable need to start with the view underscore app underscore. That is really, really important. So I have everything saved right now. I will close my development server and start it over. And we'll see that everything is running as supposed to. So we have that there. Perfect. So let's try to do login. It's still doing everything that was doing in the past, and we can access the same information. The difference is that the configuration is already hidden. So let me actually push this information. So remove Firebase keys. Oh, I didn't commit it. I didn't stage it. Perfect. And like there, and then let me push it in order to sync my repository. And I want to be doing now is let me get out, SSH, I go to my server, there you go. And what I will going to be is going to my login page. I will do a git pull, and that will change my Firebase GS the way that we need it. But before we actually start doing something with that, start to build my application, we need to create that env file. So with nano.env.local, the same name that we have locally, because that's not been saved in the repository, we need just to recreate it. I will just select everything and paste it. That's it. Ctrl X, yes, enter, and we save it. Now we can do a yarn build. We're going to wait for a couple of minutes in order for the application to be built. Perfect. After it's built, we go to the distribution folder and we copy pretty much recursively everything to my var www, how we call it, that one, the login. Excellent. Perfect. Let me see the content of my login. Everything is there. So we can actually, sorry for that. Let me go to Rodolfo, Roman YC, portfolio. Let me open the login. How to refresh it? Control Shift R or Command Shift R, depending on your Windows or Mac computer. And let me see if the login still works. It does. So everything is almost there. So now that we pretty much fixed that issue, I need to do something extra. And that's going to be open my Firebase console. I need to change my keys because those keys were already exposed to the world. So actually, if we refresh the Firebase JS, we will see that the keys are no longer there. As you can see, our keys get already hidden, but if we go to our code and see the commit, we still can go to we still see the commit, and the commit have those ones over there. So this got already stored in our repository. What I'm going to be doing now is just trying to recreate my keys. Let me see if I actually do that. So let me go to my project settings. My keys are actually this one. And yes, I can actually remove my app. And what I need to be doing now is create a new one. And that new app will follow up the same steps that we did before. And we just copy over those keys whenever we actually need it. And that's it. This way we already delete those keys from Firebase, so nobody will be able to use it. We can actually proceed. And you know what? Let me actually go through this. I will hide out my actual keys because I don't want to expose those. But let me actually show you the whole process. So let me do login example again without the hosting. And now that I have my keys, I just continue to my console. And in my console, what I actually can do is go to the bottom. Sorry. Users and permission, no. Where was it? Actually, yeah, that's pretty much it, probably. So let me just copy those keys and let me update those in my file, and let me just get this away from my screen. So I already did that, and I will verify that my actual keys are working. We just copying those to my directory. So let me run my application. Actually, let me run it from here. I will open my terminal. I'll do a yarn serve. Perfect. And that will allow me just to go to my localhost, and the login is still continue. So that's pretty much the whole process. Delete the app, recreate the app so it can actually copy over those keys and put it in your application. Of course, we need to go to the server and change our environmental files too. And that's it. I hope that you like it. Please do this to your application and push it to GitHub. It will require. Happy coding everybody. See you in the next one.